Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Happy Sunday to you. It's July 3rd. Don't forget, tomorrow is the 4th of July. It's Independence Day, or thereabouts for some people. Not everybody, but for some it was. But I don't want to get into all that who shot John. I just Anyway, I think I got an adequate amount of sleep, even though I was up kind of late last night working on a video. As some of you all may have noticed, I'll share it with you very soon. But yes, I just need to let the people over at Twitter know that we're on. If I haven't done that already, and I don't think I've done that, so there we go. Okay, now streaming. Good, good, good. Let me say hi to a few people. Bring up this on another screen here. Excellent. Very good. I love when it all comes together. All right. So hello to Lorna Williams. Hi, Mo Shannon. Rick and Diane Hawkins is here. Let me see. Annie Bennett. Lydia Washington. Donna Reese. Susie Q. Pat Pointer. Iris Demonia is here. Daniel Medical. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Mary Hiker. Hi, Mary. You haven't been here for a few days. I hope you're well. Gwendolyn Daniels, Michael Miller, and H Knight. Okay. And Karen is here. I see Judy Regolt and another Karen with a K this time. And Connie Balmer. Hi, Connie Balmer. Connie, I got to tell you, I watched the documentary about some guy who was living in Switzerland and he had family in the Congo. One of my favorite things is the Al Jazeera documentaries. Al Jazeera has some excellent documentaries. So that's where I saw it. It was very interesting. I didn't finish it. I only watched half of it, and of course it was in French, I believe. But poor guy had somehow got to Switzerland or France from the Congo, and he wanted desperately to go back and see his family. So I have to make a mental note to go back and finish watching that because I want to see how it turns out. But yeah, and so I thought about you because he was living in Switzerland, and I believe he worked or owned a food truck of all things, with mountains as a very beautiful backdrop to the life that he has in Switzerland. So I'm like, wow, it looks so beautiful. Okay, no wonder Tina Turner moved there, right? I think that well, I know a lot of people, a lot of famous people that moved to Switzerland. I think it's got to be one of the most enchanting places in the world to live. Okay. Hello, B10 Pal, Marie Hoffman, Sandy Hairston, Jean Menifee. Hello. Therese, Marcy Foreman, Teslin Dawkins, Bright Eyes, PB&J, Francilia Mosley. Hi. Okay. So let's get to it, shall we? Uh, Oh, John Newbold, uh has any has anyone any news on the two London policemen who have been fired for posting and sharing lewd, offensive, and of course racist pictures about Meghan? Their solicitor said it was a joke. Of course it was. Isn't it always? It just happens to be heavily stacked against a particular type of person, but yeah. Um, and I yes, and we're all disgusted, John. I haven't heard anything about that lately, but that's interesting. I believe they lost their jobs, right? And that was some 2 years ago that that happened or whatever. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened with that, but be interested to find out. Val Rich, hello. Blessed Sunday to you too. Crystal J is here. All right, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so let me get to the video that I made last night, and then we'll carry on from there. I gotta warn you, is the video portion I was not able to use. I was able to use the audio, of course, without fear of repercussions. And so I had to kind of put some things together myself to make sense out of it. But I'll set the scene for you. There's a train carriage. I assume it was in the UK, and it you know what, it was an African American woman. She has a hate channel. I don't mention her by name for obvious reasons. And of course, then there's someone who's a producer for Dan Wooten. And then I believe these two women were white British women who just happened to overhear one of the nastiest conversations about the Duchess of Sussex, filled with all of the usual tropes and monikers that they like to throw at her. Anything to disparage, of course. So I'll play it for you, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. Okay, so let's start off with that, and then we'll get to some other stuff, like pick up from where we left off yesterday. Let's see. I hope I think this should work out. I'm just like, am I able to play this? But yeah. Okay, yes, I see it, and I'll play it. American woman who was paid by the British tabloid media and or trolls to go to the UK to bash the Duchess of Sussex, allegedly to bash the Duchess of Sussex. She goes to the UK, and she just happens, they say, to come across a producer of the Dan Wooten show, and they began to bash the Duchess of Sussex, but they were only interrupted because two females that appear to be British women that also seem to have been white women were not having it. They gave these two the what for. So just to warn you, the video was heavily edited, so it's not a direct continuous conversation. However, the first lady that spoke, I have highlighted her text in royal blue, and the other woman is in a bright red. And so those were the only words that were highlighted, since they were not speaking into a microphone, but the other two were actually recording their session that they just, quote unquote, happened to meet each other on the train. They were recording this so-called surprise meeting, allegedly surprise meeting, on the train with one another. And so these two ladies overheard the conversation, and they were having none of it. So it may be difficult to follow. You may want to watch it twice, but here goes.
Well, what about the accusations about the Brits being racist? What did you think about Meghan making that accusation?
That's not absolute nonsense. We described her and the marriage as magical, described her as beautiful. We celebrated the diversity.
I think she wanted to leave from the very beginning.
Well, if you look at her history of sort of social climbing and whatever else, yeah, it would make sense to me.
You should really think about some of the language that you're using. Social climbing.
Sorry.
I found your language.
Well, then you can leave, lady.
Can I?
I'm not leaving.
Can I?
I'm not leaving.
I'm just letting you know.
Don't come over here telling me what I need to do, because you're offended.
I'm not telling you what you need to do.
Yes, you just told me what I need to do.
I'm sitting here
I need
trying
to watch
do
my language, is
work.
what you said.
She's dealing with sensual.
Look, man, we're
of arcane.
Well, she should have never married into the family.
Why can't she?
look at this Sun front page from the day she was married. History. Harry and Meg's historic change for monarchy. Get that on camera. The Daily Mail showbiz editor.
Successful woman.
Nothing to do with her being African.
Of any colour. Any woman.
What's me calling her a social climb got her to do with her race?
Pejorative, it's a really nasty.
What are you talking about?
It's like coming across as a victim.
Yes. You see people as victims. You're a victim of our language. You're getting offended for people having a conversation.
Victim of tabloid language. I think people are a victim. You're right there.
You would say that because you're a victim in chief.
Okay, so it's almost as if to say it never ever ends. Marcy Foreman says, Baron, I watched last night. It was the vitriol and hatefulness that they have for our Duchess. I blame the hateful unroyal family. Sad people can't use their minds to truly think for themselves. Now, I have to tell you that the person who said, well, then she should have never married into the family, that's an African American woman. The person who said all of this stuff about racism, that's an African American woman. Now, she has a channel. I choose not to say her name. But when I saw that last night, it is so painful to know that, quote unquote, one of your own could act the way that she has, and if they couldn't get Thomas Markle over there, the next best thing is, let's get an African American woman over here, someone who we know will carry the party line, someone who has it in for Meghan, and that's why I use that phrase right there. It just reminded me of, let me see if I can find it. All my skin folk ain't kinfolk. And that is so true. This person even used the argument that the Duchess of Sussex is, I guess they're saying she's benefiting from colorism, and this person who said that, she may be just a hint darker than the Duchess of Sussex if they're not the exact same color. And so she is making herself the spokesperson for colorism. If there was any perceived benefit of colorism, obviously in her lifetime, she has benefited from that. And so I guess she should feel that she's the authority on all things colorism, but I don't think that's the case. She's using that as a way to go after the Duchess of Sussex as though she's been getting by on this privilege and that privilege. When you see the Duchess of Sussex, and by the way, thank you, Marcy Foreman, for your comment. When you see her, the working Duchess of Sussex, the hair is in a bun. She's not trying to play off on glamour to help people hear what she has to say. She's using a very organic means of communication. That is her voice and her intelligence. She's not trying to get by on pretty privilege. The working, I need to have my voice heard, Duchess of Sussex, does not go into a situation looking like one of those, well, Stepford wives, like you know who. She goes in there not to be seen, not to grin like a jackass, but to work hard and to make sure that she's taking notes and that what she does matter and that she can actually uplift and help other people whenever, wherever possible. That is the Duchess of Sussex that we have defended again and again, over the past few years. And that's the person that that African American woman chooses to ignore, and she allows herself to become a tool of the right wing propaganda, tabloid, Kensington Palace. It all seems to be the same entity. She makes herself a tool of that. So if we can't get Thomas Markle, oh, I think I know a woman of color who will fit the bill, and she made herself available. It really, really breaks my heart. Um, okay, again, thank you, Marcy Foreman. Let me scroll down here. Tash Mack says first Meghan never claimed that all Britons was racist. She spoke of her own personal experience of racism. Tash Mack, that is true, and it just happened to be within the royal family, as Dan Wooten would say. Thank you so much. And Avery J says, in UK, you are social climate if you are hardworking, intelligent person, but if you are sponging off the poor, then you are admirable. Isn't that true and crazy and weird all at the same time that that is a thing? Meritocracy seems to have no place in the UK, but if you are sponging or climbing over the backs of the poor, or if you're some kind of foreign warlord or something like that, and you want to bring your rubles or whatever to the United Kingdom, then you may even be able to just buy yourself an honor and buy yourself citizenship. Thank you, Avery. Okay. And Diane Hawkins says, I question that supposed American accent. There was some giveaways that suggest maybe not. No, Diane Hawkins, it is a very known, well known Megan hater who has a channel that I choose not to identify. No, I've seen the video. Is you see you're getting the audio. I've seen the video. I just choose not to share it. But thank you for pointing that out. Okay, let's see. Avery J says social climate, someone who works hard and earns their position in life. Thank you. Moshannon, what hateful white people is always what you're talking about. Again, that was an African American woman who said those things. Yes, it's like a wannabe Candace Owens. So yeah, I know it's a bit confusing, but the highlighted text were the ones who were not on the microphone. But the ones who were not highlighted, that's why I say you really have to watch it twice to, I did the best I could to make sense out of it. And I may not have been as successful as I was hoping, but again, it was the African American woman who was invited to Britain so that she could go on television there bashing the Duchess of Sussex in absence of Thomas Markle Sr. Angela Thomas says UK gaslight the voices of the majority of UK people, but put a spotlight on those that spread tabloid rhetoric. Amen. Okay. And Letitia Malone says they expect our Duchess to put up with their abuse, but just a hint of pushback and they are crying Karen tears and losing lashes. I love it for them. Okay, and then let me remind you of this, and thank you, Letitia. The woman who I'm sorry, what was I about to remind? Oh, the conversation that I shared with you was not a flowing dialogue. It was heavily edited so that when they showed it, or so when it was shown, however you're supposed to say it, I'm so sorry. But when it was shown, it was supposed to lean in favor of the the two that were having this very flagrant conversation about the Duchess of Sussex and found themselves being called out. I think maybe the better parts of the conversation, the best bits, where the ladies who I guess interjected, that probably was edited out of it. So I didn't have that to share. I didn't see it myself. Of course, they're not going to make themselves look bad. So that was edited out. And if you saw the video, you would know that it was edited. So I did the best I could to try to explain things as it was. And so, yeah, that's why I said try to watch it twice and maybe it'll make sense to you. I hope so. Uh, Audrey Teschner says, evening, all Squatty's family and moderators. Okay, you're saying hi to a few people. All right, thank you so much for that, Audrey, and thank you for joining us on Royal Sussex. Hello, Dorothy Toll Lewis. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Okay, that's an African American woman getting in on money hate train. Oh, Therese, part of me wants to scream. Another part of me is trying not to cry about that. I feel so let down by that. You have no idea how bad that. Well, you probably do, but that really breaks my heart. The love of money is the root of all evil. Hate is a current of money cow. It is. It is. It absolutely is. And I only found this video because of the thing with, you know, the so-called Sussex squad. And I looked and I saw that person of color and I said, what is she doing there? And much to my shock, they brought her from the United States to come over there to do exactly this. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want y'all going over there and giving them hits on their various platforms. But this person has been making the rounds. I'll just say that. And I believe that she just received an all expense paid hate trip. Let me repeat that. I believe she just received an all expense paid hate trip. And so this thing about just happening to be on the train with a producer, I'm not buying that. Yes, this person has gone from her home in the US, all expenses paid, to go over there to bash the Duchess of Sussex. And she's the ideal candidate as she is an African American woman. I mean, you have to say on the surface is absolutely brilliant if you just wanted to do something devious and menacing. I mean, that checks all the boxes right there. Oh, you guys, I am so frustrated by that. I mean, just I take deep breaths when I think about it. I'm very, very frustrated and very disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Not all skin folks are kin folks. I mean, that has never been more true than just witnessing that. And the young man, I could tell that he was caught off guard. And I believe he said, I'm sorry about this or something like that. He was caught off guard because he wasn't expecting, neither one of them were expecting the pushback that was given by these strangers who spoke up. And I believe when they got to the point of saying social climber, that was when they were just like, wait a minute. Wait, just wait a minute. I believe that the button that was pushed was referring to the Duchess as a social climber. It's refreshing to know that these women who appear to be very educated women, or at least, with it, that they called them out on it. Not and I don't think we'll ever know who those ladies were. I don't suppose we'll ever know who those ladies were. If it is possible, I would love to um I would love to see more people like that on British television. But I'll say this too. If you notice that this African American female and this producer for Dan Wooten, you notice that they are very well adept in the art of shouting a person down, that you can't get another word in because they are going to shout you down. They will repeat the same things over and over again if it's necessary to shout that person down. They don't want to hear logic. They don't want to hear any compassion or anything like that, but they'd rather shout the person down. Hello, Persephonus. You say these idiots can only understand and converse in language built on social hierarchy. They have the biggest social climber within their midst in Kate, so they can't drop that argument. Uh, next. I love that. So they can't drop that argument. Next. Thank you, Persephone, for your comment. Oh, you guys, I feel like I feel like okay, next. Oh, Beth Lewis, I agree. Good morning, Baron. I just wish they'd leave Meghan and Harry alone and the kids move on, all because of the color of this girl's skin. I'm black biracial, shaking my head. Oh, Beth, if only, that's the whole thing. If only that were possible. Hello, Diane Hawkins. So, if this woman is African American speaking on Meghan's experience in the UK, how could she know the interviewer makes zero sense? At best, she should ask Vicky and only speak on what she knows. Diane Hawkins, again, this is not a random conversation. This is a Meghan hater who is American. Um, and she was brought over there to disrupt. That was the whole point. We can't get Thomas, but we can get her. And the only thing that I think is disingenuous is the idea that this was some kind of by chance connection on the train. That I don't believe. But I do believe that she is American. I have seen her on the YouTube before. Now, I almost forgot about her. I haven't seen her in possibly, I'm going to say maybe 9 months because I hit not interested so much that a lot of things just won't pop up on my feed. But because of the run in that I had with, you know, who, when she appeared there and I saw her, I was just like, what? Why is she there? And so that is how I managed to see her again. Other than that, like I say, I almost never see certain people. Like Lady C never pops up on my feed. Almost never. So I don't see most of those people. And but when I saw the two of them together, of course, that was like when, it's like somebody turned the sound down. I was just like, what the frappuccino is that? And much to my surprise, they actually took her, put her on a plane, and sent her over there to disrupt. Now, I'm choosing my words carefully and I'm taking deep breaths because I'm very, very bothered by this. But the whole point is to use gaslighting, to use this person as a means of propaganda so that they could make this case that this woman is speaking for all Americans. You know that's not the case. I know that that's not the case. But for those who they're trying to convince, it is just the ammunition that is needed. So it's not good. It's really not good. Um, I don't think in the big picture it's going to make much of a difference, but because I understand what they're trying to do, that's why I'm so bothered by it. Let me see. Thank you, by the way. Let's see. Nikki K says Megan has always been a fighter for social change. She was a working woman with her own credentials, loner before she met Harry. This narrative of social climate is insulting and downright BS. Nikki, like I said, that was the button that was pushed on the train when she said that. The the woman who was trying to do her work had had enough of it, had had enough of it. And then the other woman, which I highlighted with the red text, she's just like, racism, this arcane system she was trying to say, I believe, that Megan is struggling against. But again, they're very adept at shouting people down, and she was not able to get her words out. So even if these ladies were to appear on one of the morning talk shows, they won't let them finish a sentence. That they're going to be so practiced and rehearsed with their argument that the common person never faces, or sorry, never stands a chance against the weight of that rhetoric, at least not while you're on their territory, not while they can adjust your sound down and lift theirs up. Much like they did on Good Morning Britain the whole time that hog head was on there. Thank you for your comment. So Tash Max says it's interesting that both of them are talking about Megan and being in a place that she doesn't belong, when they are using their hatred of Megan for what is that? Comeuppance. Thank you, comeuppance. They are both disturbed racists. Yeah, absolutely. It's ironic that she's not there. We barely ever see the Duchess of Sussex, and yet that is the backbone of that network that this guy works for. The backbone of that network is the Duchess of Sussex, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That is the only time people ever watch that miserable network. And even then, the ratings are not incredibly high, but that is what they build upon. The only people that you ever see this happen to is Biden, Obama, the Clintons. And so when they say, well, she may be dabbling at the White House. No, but you're treating her like she's some type of presidential candidate. So disturbing stuff, you guys. Very disturbing. Thank you very much. They choose an American Black person to make the hate look more believable. This chick is just jealous of Megan and couldn't get Harry if she walked into his bedroom stark naked. Thank you, April May. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with these people that do stuff like that. I struggle with that one. I struggle to understand their motivation, that you would consistently betray your own people, sell out your own people, not sometime, but all the time, with such a malicious continuity. I mean, it's like nonstop, like someone put on a record on or tape on a loop where the same stuff comes out over and over again. And whatever you say, she's right there. Well, she shouldn't have married into it. Well, she knew what she was getting into. Well, she's a social climber. All these things are programmed, and they throw them out there almost without effort. And again, the shout down. And so while you're trying to question or explain things, they've already shouted you down. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know, but I was very, very frustrated. That took all the wind out of my sails. So I shared it with you as best I could. John Newbold says, let me see, friendly with that Campbell woman whose merchant family lived in Jamaica and bought and sold and kept slaves. She is also denying that she is a person of color. Well, I think so. But John Newbold, I'm not saying that that's who that person was, but I'm not saying that it wasn't. All I'm saying is that when I turned on the video, or not the video, but when I looked and saw her on the thing, you could have bought my you know what for a nickel. My mouth dropped. I'm like, what is she doing there? Oh, and then apparently, if that is the person, and I'm not saying that it is, but if it is that person, I find out yesterday from this whole thing that apparently she's been in conversation with Thomas Markle. Hold on, I need to drink some water. And that they could get away with this. The so-called legitimate news agencies, it was disgusting enough that you managed to allegedly buy her father. You allegedly bought her brother. You have bought and paid for her sister, allegedly. And so when those things got old, when they weren't working anymore, the next best thing is, let's try to find an African American woman of and about the similar age, and we will blanket the airways with her so that maybe the British people will believe her when she say that she's a social climber, a manipulator, and so on and so on. Maybe they'll believe her. And the sad truth is, yes, some people will. I don't think most, but just some. And it bolsters the image of that person so that they could help build their platform, again, using the only thing that they have, and that's the Duchess of Sussex. So this is a woman of color who is deliberately using another woman of color. I mean, y'all do know that's why Wendy Williams doesn't have a show anymore. It's not just because she's ill, but her show was on a decline anyway because her biggest target was other black women. That is never smart. As a matter of fact, if anything is going to hasten your exit of whatever sort, is going after black women. I don't know when people are going to learn that that's just one thing you should not do, especially if you're a black woman. Targeting another black woman is never, ever going to be acceptable. Oh, God, save these people from themselves. They know not what they're messing with. If I could just get a Tabitha Brown like situation with that particular woman that was on that train, that's what is required. Tabitha Brown needs to just ask her a few questions. And I think that that will cure this illness that she has. We need Tabitha Brown to, or that same type of thing, that energy, that child of God like Tabitha Brown, to get in this woman's face and just ask her certain questions. And I promise you, she will go away. She will go away. Somehow she will go away. So I'm sorry if I brought down your Sunday, everybody, with this, but I didn't know what else to do with it. So here we are. But I am so disturbed by that. That exchange took a lot out of me. I just when I see a woman of color doing something like that to another woman of color, I'm just like, what are you? Well, a black woman in particular, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? How does this really serve you? And she's tenacious. She is tenacious. Um, there seems to be nothing too low. There's no thing that she can say that is too low. So what do you do with that? What do you do with that? Um, well, Should we watch it again or no? Let me know what y'all want to do. If you want to go through it again and try to dissect it or pick it apart, we can, or we can move on. I'm just that frustrated. I don't even care. Okay, the first no, that's good enough for me. Yes, move on. Move on. Oh boy, that just puts a really foul taste in my mouth. Very foul taste. Okay, so moving on. Let me get my slides up here. Um, mm-mm-mm. I want to believe we're all God's children. uh, okay, today is the third. Oh yes, Afro Annie. You're right. We're going to change gears, so we that requires an Afro Annie. Thank you for reminding me. See what's happening to me. See what's happening to me. That frustration I'm feeling. I forgot about Afro Annie. I'm just sick of it. Do you hear me? Sick. I'm sick of it. Okay, so Afro Annie. There we go.
Well, what about the accusations about the Brits being racist? What did you think about that?
Okay, so there you have it. Prince Charles and Camilla hired Daily Mail executive for top post. In a move that confound nearly everyone, the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall have hired a tabloid executive as their new communication secretary. Wasn't they just, didn't she just give a kiss on the cheek to Lord Nappyhead? Do I remember that? Didn't Camilla just have some kind of meeting with Lord Nappyhead? Wasn't there like a very grainy photo where she licked his face or he shook her paw or something like that? Okay, y'all, it's been a while. Give me a break. It's been a while. I haven't dumped on her in a while, but didn't he ask her to give me paw? And then she just kind of wagged her tail and ran around in a circle and jumped up on him or something. Didn't I? Do I recall seeing that? Anyway, okay, y'all, I feel better now. Thank you. I feel better. See, I'm out of it. I feel better. Okay, so anyway, what is his name? Tobin Andrea, something like that. Deputy editor of the Daily Mail. I guess if you can't beat them, join them. So yeah, they have taken a deputy editor from the Daily Mail to try to, I guess, recover their image. Now, so if you guys don't know who Lord Nappyhead is, Lord Nappyhead is what is it, Lord Rutherford or whatever. He's that somewhat, I guess, very ethnic looking owner of the Daily Fail. I don't know if he considers himself as biracial, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding. He looks like a retired S-Curl model. But that's who I refer to when I say Lord Nappyhead. Anyway, so Camilla was only just licking his face or sniffing him or something. She only just did that. And so, isn't it interesting that not long after that, they have taken on the deputy editor of the Daily Mail as their new communications person. So, um, and the Daily Mail happens to be the favorite publication of the royal family. If you've ever seen that photo of the Cambridges either entering or exiting their helicopter, some very alert squatties happened to identify that there was a copy of the Daily Mail in the pocket of the door. There was a copy of the Daily Mail right there in the door. So, there's some kind of relationship there. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Well, you know what, guys? We deserve it. It's been a while. So, let me give you a little context on all of this if I can. Deadline says royal couple raises eyebrows with recruitment of top tabloid exec for communication secretary role. The Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall have surprised some with the choice of the new communication secretary, recruiting deputy editor of the Daily Mail, Tobin Andrea something. And you know what? That extra E is giving me a fit. Toby Andreas, whatever. The Times of London reports that that person will start his new role in the coming months, and the royal couple hope he will be a strong driver of their public relations in the run up to Prince of Wales ascending to the throne. That sounds rather morbid, doesn't it? Because in order for him to make it to the throne, then that means his mother. Oh, oh, never mind. Uh, Never mind. Just forget I said that. Uh, she's okay. Nothing's going to happen. Uh, but they seem to think that nothing is going to happen soon, right? That's weird. Marilyn Matthews says, "Hello, Baron. Have you ever considered that less is more when it comes to covering the hate against Meghan from these losers? I refuse to give them the attention they are seeking by bashing Meghan." Yes, I understand what you're saying, but it is a factor. And if we were to try to hide from it, we can't defend something we can't see. We'll feel better in the long run because you don't have to deal with certain things, but you can't defend what you can't see. And I choose to fight. I choose to take a stand. I choose to inform and to defend. So if you need time away from these things, I say take it. Everybody needs to take a step away from this material. And when that time comes, you have to. I wish it was good news all the time. I wish that the Sussex squad wasn't needed, but it is. And that's why we're here. The only reason why there is a Sussex squad is because of the way the Duchess of Sussex was being treated. So it is really a personal choice. You have to know when to call it, whether or not to get involved, whether or not to speak up, whether or not to challenge, whether or not to create a platform so that you can talk about these things and when and what to talk about. All of that is a personal choice. And within that, you have to decide what's best for you. So I'd rather, be able to challenge something that I can see instead of just hoping that it go away because it won't. It absolutely won't. Harry said they are not going to stop. And that is true. They will not stop. And if they won't stop, I won't stop. And we all have to make that choice for ourselves. But I'd rather, help the Duchess of Sussex fight her corner. But that's the choice that I made. So I appreciate what you're saying, and I'm not going to dismiss it completely. But thank you for your comment. So, along with that, the Duchess of Cornwall has reported to be hoping to build on the positive media coverage she has received in recent years. Has she received any positive coverage? Has she? I'm trying to think. There was that time, and of course it was. I remember when she. What positive coverage? Oh, what positive coverage? I mean, I made a few videos like Camilla's Garden or that time when I made that, Blue Danube video, but I wouldn't say that that helped her out a whole lot. So, oh well, I digress, I suppose, but Prince of Wales is currently facing his own media barrage with recent reports revealing he personally accepted cash donations for one of his charities, questioning his judgment and providing personal access and bestowing honors to donors of his many causes. Well, if this guy can help, but I don't know. Maybe if they give him one of those bags of cash. Let me stop. I'm being too shady now, but give him one of them bags of cash. I mean, if you give me one of them bags of cash, I might be able to help. We'll see how it goes. Now we know what the bags of cash may have, quote unquote, may have been used for as, a little extra help from friends. Oh man, let me stop. They're too easy. They are too easy. I mean, it's like without effort socketed to them, ain't it? It's almost without effort. It's like a lazy yawn, and all of a sudden I'm all over them like a cheap suit. Okay. And Thea Thomas says, "Hey Baron, don't you think it's weird that you are lying to all these people about the Duchess of Sausages? I don't know. What's good has that ugly fat mattress actress? Oh, okay. And Thea, I'm looking at your profile picture. You look like you've been to the same doctor that Sharon Osbourne has been to, huh? Little nip and tuck for you, maybe. I don't know, Anthea Thomas, but you're in the wrong room for this. Oh man. Let me see, you morons. Well, thank you for hate watching. Don't forget to hit the dislike button on your way out because you are here. I'm going to get paid for you hating or loving the channel. You do know that, don't you? So keep hate watching. Keep hate watching, Anthea. Happy Sunday to you, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Oh man, I'm going to screenshot this one. Don't go anywhere, Anthea. I'm going to screenshot this one because I'm going to use it later. Hold on. Just hold still. Got you. I'm going to screenshot that. Thank you, Anthea. You have been very helpful. You are going to be my new chew toy. Have a good day. Next. What else we got, y'all? Oh, let me get rid of her. Ooh, my face is hurt just looking at that one. Okay. Gosh, did you guys see that? Somewhere in that hairline, there's a zip tie holding that face in place. Did you guys see that? There is a zip tie in that hairline that is pulling that face back, that windswept face. Ugh, that was scary. How do you chew? Oh man, y'all could have warned me. It was like looking at the goblin or something. Ooh, ooh, that hurts. Anyway, thank you for your comment, Anthea. You've been very helpful. All right, let's move on. So, we need a break beat. We need a break beat. Does a person really go out into the world with that face? You guys know I have saved that. I am going to have to use that later. And y'all know how I like to have fun. I cannot wait. I got some ideas for that one. Anthea, Anthea, little pumping here and pulling and tightening there. Oh, that looks painful. Oh, well. Okay, let me see here. One of the royal experts in the video is Victoria Arbiter, an official commentator for CNN who appears on the Today Show earlier that day. Well, she did almost. Um, did not respond to repeated requests for comment. So, as you know, this has been a thing for the past 24 hours because somebody has decided to become incredibly litigious about their very peculiar situation. In other words, um, she's still angry and she's uh, okay, allegedly losing money because of that interview that she gave prior to the Oprah Winfrey. How long ago was that? That was March of 2021, like March the 8th, March the 9th. And fast forward over a year, and now she's saying she may seek damages or something like that. But the truth is, this was a disaster of her own making. This is a disaster of her own making. Not to mention the number of times that she and CNN were called out specifically. So many Americans were confused by the idea that this is a common practice both to be paid and to comment so specifically on X before X has actually happened, meaning that Victoria Arbiter says that it's routine in the business that you will give a reaction to an event that hasn't happened yet. Did you all know that? Because I didn't. Um, the four royal experts, including CNN commentator Victoria Arbiter, taped their reactions to the Meghan, Harry, Oprah interview without having seen it. That's the part you can't get past. And look at the date on these: March 5th, 2021. The other one at the bottom, March 5th, 2021. And then over here, you can see Victoria Arbiter. That is March the 6th, 2021. So it was a big deal then. I wasn't paying much attention to the fallout from that because I was too busy reeling from the Oprah Winfrey interview to even pay attention to this stuff. And so I had all but forgotten about it, except for the fact that this was trending yesterday. Um, oh man, thank you, Deanna C. You tell them. Okay. Um, so as a response to yesterday's event, as you know, the squatties, you know how the squatties are. The squatties decided to have a little fun because Victoria Alberta said, among the facts that she almost lost her house, she claims that she's a single person raising children. And she said the stress has caused her to lose her lashes. She was so stressed out that she began to lose her lashes. So, boom, the brazen hussy says, "Don't worry, Victoria Arbiter. Megan is always willing to donate to the needy and unemployed." Always willing to donate to the needy and the unemployed. So there you have it. Uh, Deal or no deal? Do you want these lashes or not? And then, of course, over there, so lying causes your lashes to fall out, says Don Lemon. Well, of course, that is all fictitious. That did not happen. But yeah, so the squad, like I say, the squad is having fun with this. And if they're having fun, if we're having fun, I'm having fun. So I'm going to share just a couple more with you. Oh, by the way, this one is: could Prince Harry and Meghan Markle move to the United States? According to royal expert, best-selling author Victoria Arbiter, in a word, no. Yes, Victoria Arbiter says there's absolutely no way that they are moving to the United States. Well, we all know what happened, right? They did move to the United States, and she did prove herself wrong. So, um, oh, okay. Because I really care about this person, they say they sent me a message. Hi, I think I'm blocked. I'm listening. Well, I didn't adjust things, which is why that troll was able to get through. So I don't know how that could have possibly happened, but I will check again just to make sure. But yes, you guys, today I haven't like changed the setting for the live stream today. So if there's anyone who still believes that they're blocked, I will try to address that as best I can. The only other thing that I can do is for the people who are known, I have to manually insert you into the conversation, which I am unable to do now, but I promise I will address it. But I am sorry that happened. But yeah, YouTube can be a little temperamental with that, and I've had to insert people that were never blocked in the first place. So don't be distressed by it. It just happens sometime. But the good thing is that we can fix it. All right. And there you have it. Again, the squad always takes care of people in need. I mean, after all, didn't we have a birthday fundraiser that yielded over what, $120,000? Well, if we can help feed people with $120,000 for the World Central Kitchen, surely we can get some new lashes for someone who is unemployed and on the verge of losing their home and is suddenly single from what they said. We can help that person get some new lashes. So as you can see up there at the top, I'm taking pity on hashtag Victoria Arbiter is a liar, sending her a lifetime supply of lashes. Why did she tell us that her lashes fell out? Y'all should know by now, royal experts, we cannot be trusted with information like that. And then also it says before and after meeting the Sussex squad. Oh man, poor Vicky. And then over here she says, I am a great admirer of Her Majesty. This gem of a book beautifully encapsulates the life of one of history's most iconic royals, Barbara Bush. Okay. Uh, y'all know why I got this here. So yesterday I decided to just take a look and see what she's been posting. I had no idea I was blocked. As far as I know, this is the only so-called royal expert, so-called royal reporter, so-called royal anything that has blocked me. I was so shocked. Now you all know I don't hardly use my Twitter. I have never ever challenged her or said anything to her on Twitter at all. So I don't know why in the world I was blocked, but for some reason I'm blocked. I haven't done anything to her, I promise. I haven't said anything. I haven't done anything. And then when I go and I look today, I find out that I'm blocked. You have no idea how hurt I am about that. I haven't done anything. I swear. Now, um, mm, there was that time when I made that Pinocchio picture. Um, you think she may have seen that or something? Somebody may have put that on her Twitter, and when she saw it, she went through the thread and blocked me. That's the only thing I could think of, but I have never directly sent this to her. So I haven't directly engaged with her channel at all. Somebody may have, and this was the result of it. But it's not like she's the only one. I mean, to be fair, I mean, there has been others. I mean, there's this one, right? And there's this one. And of course, I did that. And what else? Well, the Phantom of Westminster Abbey, and of course the mannequin poster. I mean, so and all right, and so this. Okay, okay, yeah, I probably would have blocked me too. I'll be fair, I probably would have blocked me too. Okay, I get it. I get it. That was probably due cause to block a person, but well, you know, if they say if they can't take a joke, F them. So yeah, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I guess I'm being a little unfair. I understand. Okay, okay, you win. You win. I would have probably blocked me too. Um, but at least I didn't turn her into a silky chicken head. At least I didn't turn into a silky chicken head. Now that would have been bad. Um Until she gets back on her feet, there are always dollar stores, drugstores, and even grocery stores to help her lash problem. Quite affordable too. Yes. Thank you, Liberta August. I will. Oh, wait a minute. I can't. I was going to say I'll tweet that to her, but I can't because I've been blocked. Woo! I was going to tweet it, but I can't because I've been blocked. Um, Oh well, one of y'all do it because she ain't gonna let me through. Let me see. Barbara Bush died in 2018. Looks like Victoria Arbiter is a liar. Published in 2016. Wonder if she had permission to use Barbara Bush's name. Oh man. Let me see. No, Baron, this is quite good news that the British tabloids doesn't know is the we're utilizing this precise tactic used during abolitionist civil rights, etc. This is a highlighter. Okay, thank you so much for that, Satonia Smith. Okay. Mm. Well, anyway, even though I've had fun with all these royals, since I took a screenshot of that last troll, that'll be my new project for tonight. I'll have to do something with that. So the hate watcher is going to have to keep hate watching so she'll know what I did. Okay. There was this poor person who was a Trump supporter during the past election, and she got on my nerves. We were battling it out in the comments on Facebook, and this woman just kept getting on my nerves, kept getting on my nerves. And so, you know what I did to her, don't you? Let me see if I can find the picture. Uh, Let's see. You know what? It's probably better if I can't find it, but yeah, she kept getting on my nerves, and I took some liberties with her photo, but oh, you guys, I'm probably the lucky one that I can't find it. But yep, it doesn't pay to get on my nerves. I'll say that. Oh well. Um, I don't see it, and that's probably a good thing. But yeah, she got on my nerves, and I took a little license with her photo. Um, If you think I'm bad now, you should have saw me during the election period. I even sometimes I said, Aaron, what are you doing? That's not nice. Yeah, but they got on my nerves. So all right, so we better move on. It is time to move on. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna take one more look and see if I can find it. Okay, I cannot. That's too bad. It was so funny. But if I find it, I will share it with you guys another time. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Oh, I'm teasing you, right? But if I can bring it up, let me see if I can bring it up as I clear my throat. Okay, so that's the before. Oh, you're gonna love it. And now let me get the after. This poor person. And they'll never know. Um, yeah, they'll never know what happened. Oh, well, they do know because they saw it. Okay. So, as I was saying, are you guys ready for it? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Mo, you may have seen this before. Oh, by the way, yes, Alma Andrews, thank you so much for the super chat. Baron, I'm trying to begin my fourth preparations. I'm laughing so hard because I know you'll have a hard time sleeping tonight. Thank you, Alma Andrews. But no, I think I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Thank you, though. All right. So during the presidential election, this person who posted a funny face for their profile got on my nerves. Now, if that's not hilarious enough, um, you all are going to think I have some type of fetish, but I ended up doing that to the picture. So, and I sent it back to her. From that to this. Oh, man. So, what am I trying to say? Well, if somebody just trolled me on Royal Sussex, all I can say is wait for it, honey. Wait for it. It's coming. All right. So you got to keep hate watching until you see it. All right. So that really did happen. And anyway, she blocked me. Bertha Stevens says, Baron, my mom is very critical right now. She is in Florida hospital as we speak. My birthday is tomorrow, and I don't feel like celebrating. Bertha Stevens, of course, you're gonna feel a certain way. I mean, because your mom is your mom, right? And your birthday is tomorrow, and I know it's a lot of things like coming down on you all at the same time, but one thing is a constant. You have us here at the squad who are going to pray for you, and we're going to send you all the positive vibes and prayers that we can. And, whether you comment or you just listen on, uh, we'll be here to keep you company. And I do pray for your family. And I know this is a tough time. The squad has been like the walking wounded, just from the members of the squad, because it's been like one illness after the other, and somehow we've been able to, like, for instance, there you go, Edith, you've been through some tough times, and we were here for you. So thank you for the super chat, and we will send our prayers, and we're here for you whenever and whenever, wherever you got time to check in with us. But we'd be glad to hear from you. And yeah, our prayers. And happy birthday to you in advance. Happy birthday. And many happy returns of the day. And all the best to your mom. We are going to pray for her. So, yep, our prayers from the squad to you and your family, and happy birthday in advance. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, let me see. I'm scrolling. Let me go to my next slide. Oh, there we go. See there? Is a rite of passage. Yeah. And what else do we have here? There is prayers to your mom, Bertha. See, I tell you, the squad takes care. And let me see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I saw that one already. And prayers for Bertha. You guys are so wonderful for this. Thank you so much. Prayers for your mom, Bertha. More prayers. Okay. And there is a super chat from Satonia Smith. Baron, don't be dismayed. The tactics that they are using are identical to every racist movement, from abolitionists to civil rights. You're absolutely right, Satonia. And whenever those tactics fail or should I say, whenever I have the opportunity to combat those tactics, I know what to do. I'll send them rooting for truffles in the forest, I will. Oh, you guys, I have never shared this with anybody. Not since the election of what was it, 2016 or 20? I think it was 2020. I haven't shared this since then. So there. Oh man. Okay. See, you guys, I felt a certain way. Thank you, Satonia Smith, for the super chat. And thank you for being a member and watching Royal Sussex. I felt a certain way today because of that video. And you guys have lifted my spirits. So thank you all so much for that. Oh, I need to be over here. No. Yeah, is it here? No, back over here. There we go. Okay, there was that. Oh, and of course, we all know that Victoria's big break came from the Oprah Winfrey Show. Back then, she had dark hair, and she was with some action figure she called her husband. It is still a mystery as to whether or not they're still married, but she says that she's a single mom. So, well, if you can't keep your lashes, you probably can't keep your man. Stand by your lash. Give him a follicle to cling to. Stand by your lash. I'm just being silly. That don't make a lick of sense. Let me stop. All right. So yeah, looks like all these squatties picking on her. But what you can't see in those images on the left side, those are news reports. The Guardian, Bustle, I never heard of that one. The Metro. These are legitimate news agencies that is the reason why she's not working at CNN anymore. It's not because of the Sussex squad. It's not because of James Earl Jones got sick of her. This is CNN. Nope, it's not James Earl Jones. It's not. I was trying to figure out how I was going to work that into the conversation, but it's not James Earl Jones. Nope, it's not that. This is CNN. It's just because you were found wanting in your character, and for whatever reason, CNN just decided that they would not use your services anymore. I mean, after all, I consider myself a royal expert. I have about as much credentials as anyone. All I have, well, you know what? I take that back because I don't have that very posh English accent. So, yeah, I shouldn't call myself a royal expert, but I can because all one needs to do to be a royal expert is to talk about the royals, and that's what I'm doing. So I have 16,000 subscribers. So there are 16,000 royal experts that I know of, and probably even more that I don't know of who are subscribed to the other platforms. You guys, we are all royal experts, and we should all have our moments to be on CNN. So we have just as many qualifications as Dickie or Vicky or the other Dickie or oh. This is the last image I think that I have for the lashes, but one of the squatties posted that one too. Um Isn't it amazing how something so innocuous as lost lashes can become a trend on Twitter? Isn't that amazing? But I tell you something that should have trended and it did not trend, but that's okay. Give me a little time. I'll make sure that this trends. Okay. Um, I just need a little more time. That's all. Let's see. Diane Hawkins says we're all more experts than most of those clowns who proclaim to be so. At least we conduct research before flapping gums and are equal opportunity shades throwers for on royals. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much, Diane. And Verta Sanchez says, that's a blessing, Miss Elaine. God was looking out for you, and I thank him for you and your benefits. Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? Let me see. That's a blessing. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'll take your word for it, Verta Sanchez. And sorry about that. I didn't know that was for someone else. Okay. All right. And then there's this. I think you all saw this on Pedal. Facts and 2 cents. Royal expert threatens to sue pranksters who tricked her into commenting on the Sussex's Oprah Winfrey interview. And then suddenly that changed. The headline changed to cruel hoax and Sussex squad ruined my life, says royal expert. All right, so let's be perfectly fair, Maybelline. Oh man. Okay, let's be perfectly fair. The headlines are written by the editors, not by the subject of the story, and not even by the writers in most cases. So, Robert, is that really his name? Is that really his name? Oh my God. Is that a joke? Uh, okay. Well, anyway, Robert, that name is the one who. I thought Pride Month was over. Wasn't Pride Month in June? Was it? Wasn't Pride Month last June? Is this a joke? I only just noticed that. And I'm just like, is there a letter missing or something? Huh. Oh, well, nice work if you can get it, huh? Oh, man. I know my eyes are kind of tired, but that is his name, right? All right. Okay. And I thought Sacagawea was a mouthful. No pun intended. Um Anyway, Robert, that person, wrote the story, but he's not likely the person who came up with that headline. So we can't blame her for the headline changing. But when they realized that they could make it more salacious, they decided to change the headline. So uh, I know, no pun intended, right? It's a good thing I caught myself. I had drew my breath in. I'm like, Robert. Oh no, Church Nelly. Okay. I was like, when I saw that, I'm like, what did Church Nelly say? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Church Nelly, I thought I was gonna have to turn the water hose on you because I know how you can be sometimes. So okay, we're okay. Anyway. Oh, all right. So let's move on then, shall we? Oh, so this is a little change of pace. I'm through with her. Um, Hit it, Annie. Well, something nice and interesting happened at Melba's. Look who was at Melba's. Look who was at Melba's. Is that Zendaya and Tom Holland? Look who's at Melba. They were at Melba's. I don't know who the guy is. Is he a basketball player or something? But look who's at Melba's. Yes. Yes. Can you believe it? Everybody goes to Melba's at one time or another. Everybody shows up in Melba's. Well, there they are. And I love those cans that Melba wears. I think she looks so glamorous and so elegant all the time. Whatever she's wearing, even when she wears the Melba t-shirt, she always looks very glamorous and very beautiful. So love, love, love Melba. Yes, it's Spider-Man. I thought you guys would be surprised. So this is the menu at Melba's. Sweet potatoes. Looks like they have, oh yeah, I tried the macaroni and cheese. That was delicious. The chicken wing, as you know, that is a chicken and waffle place. They brought me the lightest, flakiest, most delicious waffle I ever had in my life. And then there was this like pink creamy stuff in a container in one of those little you know, whatever, those condiment containers. And I was like, what is that? She said it's strawberry butter. I smeared that strawberry butter on those light and flaky, delicious Well, it was a big giant pancake with 4 big giant chicken wings sitting on top of it. And I mean to tell you, it was so good. I like to pass out. I was so full when I left Melba's. I thought I was going to do some more touring. I went back to the hotel and laid across the bed, and that's all I remember for about 4 hours. The greens were good. And then when I told them, I said, I have a channel. It's called Royal Sussex. I showed her on my phone and everything. I said, and I was hoping to talk to Melba. She said, well, she's doing an interview right now. But when she's done, I'll try to tell her. And she, before she could even get to her, I saw Melba like shoot out the door, and she was gone for hours, I suppose. So I was not able to meet her and take a photo with her or anything like that. But the food was absolutely delicious. And I took one of my chicken wings back, and the girl felt bad that I couldn't meet Melba. So she went and got me the best pineapple coconut cake I've ever had in my life. It was so buttery and delicious. So if you're in New York, you have to go to Melba's. It is the place to go. The food was delicious. The staff are super, super nice. Um, and so that's why I always make a big fuss about Melba, because I'm happy for her success. I'm happy that she's like this award-winning entrepreneur in New York. Anyway, she's just great. So make sure you get to Melba's when you can. Yeah, she is. And even super casual like that, I wonder if well, of course, if you saw the two of them together, you would have to know who she and he is and everything. But yeah, I love them. So that's why I wanted to share it with you guys, because I just think they are so, so adorable together. I love Melba. Um, Chicken and waffles will never be the same for me, because it was just absolutely wonderful. So anyway, that is your dessert for today, squatties. I do thank you all. Um and because you all have been so nice, and oh, I just thought about something with my twisted mind. But anyway, because you all are so nice, you guys are going to get out of here early today. Yes, I'm done. I am done, done, done. So, if you guys missed it, Pedal was on earlier, and it was really good. I was watching and multitasking and trying to eat breakfast and everything, but I did watch it, and it was very good. So, make sure you watch Facts and Two Cents. And Duchess of Success is back. Let me see if she's on later today. Oh, and Miss VSN was on today. So, you guys, if you are going to catch up with any of those other platforms, they are there and available. Okay. Let me see. I'm checking for Duchess of Success. Let's see how long it is before she comes on today.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor?
Okay. Well, it doesn't look like she's scheduled yet, but remember, you can go back and check for yourself. I don't see it, but it doesn't mean it's not so. So you have to check for yourself. But yeah, so you'll have that to do, I hope. And of course, Ivy. Is Ivy on now? Oh, okay. Yeah, and then you have hello, Ivy here. So let me get Ivy's link so I can share it with you guys. And then we are going to Ginger. Oh, yeah, I see it now. It did pop up in the corner of my screen. Oh, sorry about that. I just clicked on Ivy's channel and the sound came up. So I am going to share the link for today. Hello, Ivy here. And then you'll have that to do. So yeah, we love Ivy. Ivy is Sussex Global UK. And Ivy does a lot of hard work for the squad to help us understand these people and their nonsense and family dynamic. She is absolutely brilliant and a true asset to the squad. So I'm trying to pin it, but where is the darn thing? Why is that doing that? Okay, let me try this one more time. I'm trying to pin the chat and it is acting weird. There we go. All right, so it's at the top of the chat. If you want to go over to Ivy's, I recommend you do. It is at the top of the chat. And there you have it. Let me see. Oh, you're welcome. What is it? Vashti? Oh, don't nobody help me. Vashti, Yes, thank you, Vashti. Wait, I got this. Wait. Otogen. Yes, I got it. Thank you, Vashti. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Sunday to you. Okay. All right. So, very cool. Last word of the day goes to Annie Bennett, who says, bye, everyone. Over to Miss Ivy. Perfect. Love it. All right. And so, without any further ado, love to our faves, our queen of everything, Queen Doria. Not that person, Queen Doria. I hit that one by mistake. Queen Doria. And of course, our Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana, our Queen of Hearts. But no, not that queen. Wait, and look, not that queen either. That ain't the queen that I was referring to. Not that queen. Not that queen. I tell you, shade up to the last minute, wasn't it? Okay, you guys, love you, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Cute Ginger Avenger. Go, Ginge. Where are you, Ginge? Hey, Vicky. Trenchtown won 335 billion lashes. 335 billion lashes. What do you mean? I still can't believe she blocked me. I haven't even done any. Oh, well, never mind. But I still. Well, yeah, I probably would have done that too. Uh, oh man, she's had a rough time of it, huh? 335 billion lashes. What do you mean? Oh man, you guys put me in a good mood. Thank you so much. I was not feeling that well earlier today, but somehow I have I've recovered from that. And all I needed was the squat, and I think we have helped lift each other up. Um, and that's always a good thing. So thank you very much for that, and thank you, moderators. For always being so amazing and keeping us a safe space. We'll see if next time I have to go back and turn that other thing on so we don't have the trolls. But I rather enjoyed that one. And plus, don't forget, I got some plans for her. I got plans. Uh, uh You know, I'll come up with something, don't you? Let me see. Oh, thank you. Thank you. No, I mean, once I got past that, it was seemed like everything seemed to come together, didn't it? It always does, doesn't it? It always seems to come together. Yeah, I'll try to forget that situation happened for the rest of the day at least, but I'll try to forget that happened. My people, what could I say? My people. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you guys. Thank you and love you, and so long.